Tourism in India represents 4.6% of the country's gross domestic product or the GDP. Unlike other sectors, tourism is not a priority sector for the government of India. The World Travel and Tourism Council calculated that tourism generated rupees 13.2 lakh crores, equivalent to US dollar 160 billion or 5.8% of India's GDP, and supported 32.1 million jobs in 2021. Even though these numbers were lower than the pre-pandemic figures, the country's economy witnessed a significant growth in 2021 after the massive downturn during the 2020. The sector is predicted to grow at an annual rate of 7.8% to rupees 33.8 lakh crore or US dollar 400 billion by 2031, representing 7.2% of Indian GDP. India has established itself as the fifth largest global travel healthcare destination with an estimated market size of around 9 billion in 2019 out of the total global travel healthcare industry of 44.8 billion based on the 2019 evaluation. In 2014, 1,84,298 foreign patients traveled to India for seeking medical treatment. According to the Ministry of India Tourism Department, over 6.11 million and 1.52 million foreign tourists arrived in India in 2022 and 21 respectively, compared to 10.93 million in 2019, representing a minus 44% degrowth. This makes India the 22nd most visited nation in the world and 8th in the Asia and Pacific region. In 2022, the state of Gujarat in Western India tops India in foreign tourism with 20.17% share in 2022. Gujarat rose as a global tourism hotspot, continued with over 15.4 lakh tourists visiting in 2023. The World Economic Forum Travel and Tourism Development Index 2021, which replaced its previous Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Report, ranks India 54th out of the 107 countries overall. The last edition of the Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Report, published in 2019, had ranked India 34th out of 140 countries overall. The report ranked the price competitiveness of Indian tourism sector 13th out of 140 countries. It is mentioned in the report that India has quite good air transport infrastructure, ranked 33 in the world, particularly given the country's stage of development, and reasonable ground and port infrastructure, ranking 28th around the world. The country has also scored high on natural resources, ranking 14th, and cultural resources as business travel, ranked 18th. The World Tourism Organization reported that India's receipt from tourism during 2012 ranked 16th in the world and 7th among the Asia Pacific countries. The Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, designs national policies for the development and promotion of tourism. In the process, the ministry consults and collaborates with various other important stakeholders in the sector, including various central ministries and agencies, state governments, union territories, and various private sector representatives. Concerted efforts are being made to promote niche tourism products such as rural, cruise, medical, and ecotourism. The Ministry of Tourism maintains the Incredible India campaign focused on promoting tourism in India. India requires citizens of most countries to hold a valid passport and apply for a travel visa at their local Indian embassy or consulate before their visit. Travelers can apply directly by mail or in person or through the local travel services company. In 2014, India implemented an online method for citizens of 156 countries to apply for an e-tourist visa. Nationals of Bhutan, Maldives, and Nepal do not require a travel visa to enter India. However, citizens of Afghanistan, Argentina, Bangladesh, DPR, Korea, Jamaica, Maldives, Mauritius, Mongolia, Nepal, South Africa, and Uruguay are not required to pay a fee when obtaining an Indian visa. During the pandemic year 2020, India had access to just 23 countries for travel, whereas now the Indian passport holders can travel visa free to 60 countries. A protected area permit is required to enter the states of Nagaland and Sikkim and some parts of the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Manipur, Mizoram, Rajasthan, and Uttarakhand. A restricted area permit is required to enter the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and parts of Sikkim. Special permits are needed to visit the Lakshadweep Island. As a measure to boost tourism, the Indian government implemented a new visa policy in November 2014, allowing tourists and business visitors to obtain a visa on arrival at 28 international airports across India by acquiring an electronic travel authorization or ETA online before arrival without having to visit to any Indian consulate or visa center. In April 2015, the visa on arrival scheme was renamed as e-tourist visa or ETV to avoid confusion. The e-tourist visa facility requires a tourist to apply online on a secure Government of India website at least 4 to 30 days before the date of travel. If approved, the visitor must print and carry the approved visa with their travel documents. The visa allows holders of an ETA to enter and stay anywhere in India for a period of 90 days except for citizens of US, UK, Japan and Canada. Citizens of this country can stay for up to 180 days at a time. An ETA can be obtained twice in a single calendar year. During 2021, the number of domestic tourist visits to the states and union territories were 67,76,032 and 981, which translates to around 677 million approximately as compared to 600 million approximately in 2020, registering a growth of 11.5%. It is important and interesting to note that riding elephants is a popular tourist activity in India, while the total number of elephants used for tourism in India is relatively low compared to other Asian countries, as reported to 350 only in India in 2017 compared to almost 2,200 in Thailand. Tourists still have opportunities to ride elephant at historic sites and watch captive elephants perform sports and shows and religious rituals. In early 2019, several prominent responsible tourism business, including Responsible Travel and Intrepid Travel, stopped selling tours including elephant rides, citing reasons of animal cruelty and abuse. Later in 2019, the Association of British Travel Agents updated its animal welfare guidelines, labeling elephant riding as unacceptable. It is a spectacular country to visit World Heritage Sites. There are 42 World Heritage Sites in India that are recognized by the United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO as of August 2023, and there are several other sites in contention and under application and review process for being considered as World Heritage Site. India offers in its term a wide spectrum of different agroclimatic regions, habitats, ecosystem, forest, rich biodiversity, marine coastlines, deserts, cold deserts, the Himalayan mountains, the western and the eastern Himalayas, are comparing the rugged terrain in the west to the moist evergreen forest in the eastern Himalayas, a spectacular beauty. The northeast of India is less traveled, adjoining the bordering Bangladesh and Myanmar. These region constitutes of the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura. Assam and Meghalaya is a spectacular region with unique diversity as well as natural wilderness. The region being less industrialized provides tourists with outstanding monumental tourism centers. Visiting states such as West Bengal, Jammu and Kashmir, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh provides a wide diversity of nature as well as various World Heritage Sites that one will endure. The National Capital Region of Delhi is indeed a spectacular site for tourists to visit to get an idea of the great administrate of the world's largest democracy with the greatest population, as well as visiting metro cities across India is also a spectacular experience while traveling across the cultural capital of India, the Kolkata, or the financial capital of Mumbai, and the information and technology capital of Bengaluru, Hyderabad, are outstanding experiences for any tourist. The Palace on Wheels, a special railway package offered by Indian Railways for visiting, particularly Rajasthan, is a heritage trip which is expensive but also provides an outstanding experience of the Indian heritage and culture tourists would like to experience. Southern India has its own unique distribution of forts, temples, forests, cities, rivers, and wilderness zones, as well as industrial areas that are spectacular in its own area. Merit: the backwaters of Kerala, the Osman Sagar in Hyderabad, the Salarjung Museum. States across central India like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh provides one of the most dense forests of India with spectacular view of grandeur waterfalls, rivulets, rapids, cataracts that people enjoy. The northern part of West Bengal has Darjeeling, Karshang and Kalimpong district that attracts tourists in huge number who inflicts to one of the most famous tourist spots of India, enjoying the Himalayan toy train ride along with the one that takes people to the Shimla. The outstanding spectacle of diversity of culture, language, foods and cuisine, dress, and the variability of ethnicity from every 100 kilometers while traveling in India makes India as one of the outstanding tourist destinations. Shoykot Kumar Basu, Bureau Report, Kalinga Chronicle TV.